after demonstrating the type of greed only ever spoken about in the Bible.
How greedy!
Isagi begins his devastating counterattack, fully intent on striking the final nail in the coffin against Nigeria, and boy did he go crazy for this one. Yo, what's good everyone? I'm Raito 6. And if you can't tell, somehow I managed to catch a little bit of a cold, but we move because we gotta get the content out there. And so this is my chapter review and 6 things we learned about Blue Lock chapter 325. The student becomes the master. Now, let's get right into the chapter. And Isagi starts with the ball after Corona's clutch goal line clearance the last chapter, and immediately links up with Rin, mimicking the short passing often seen in the Planet Hotline, as both of them tear up the field. Man, they better animate this part right, because what they're doing to the poor Nigerian boys here is criminal. And the assault doesn't just stop with those two there, as Isagi involves both Karasu and Bachira in the move, as he challenges Bachira to spark his creativity in the next play. And you know my boy Bachira had to represent with a beautiful daisy-cutting low-driven cross with backspin that slices through the Nigerian defense like a butcher's knife through chicken thighs. And as it travels through the Niger boys' legs, we see Bello and Obo on Rin and Kuso and Onazi on Isagi, who stops dead right in his tracks and faces his back to goal. And at this moment, I knew it was time. Right there, right now, Isagi decides this is the time to showcase his new weapon, the non-direct shot. Bro flicks the ball up in the air and whips out his pistol to shoot a mid-air bullet straight for Nigeria's goal mouth. And honestly, I think he was hoping to rip off the netting as he sinks Nigeria once and for all, devastating them in the opening match for the U20 World Cup. All this as we get the confirmation of the final scoreline. Japan 4, Nigeria 0, nada, zilch, you are finished. A true statement of intent and very interesting end dialogue by Isagi, who states, your soccer isn't enough for me anymore. Jean Pachiego. Yeah, crazy chapter and crazy conclusion to the match, which I have to admit didn't really offer any real jeopardy to our young diamonds in the rough. Nevertheless, there's plenty to learn from this, and so let's get into it. But just before that, can I ask you all to please hit the like button on this video? Let's spread the channel around and subscribe to the channel as well, just to show that it's real. Now let's get into the 6 things we learned in Blue Lock chapter 325. Number 1. Isagi is evolving. Not only is he able to manufacture moments for his teammates to evolve in, he's able to use the opposition's awakenings for his own development. Honestly, it's scary, because not only is he pretty much impossible to dispossess when charging up the pitch with Rin, he's now become more unpredictable due to the evolution of his scoring formula. I mean, Isagi goes full Nagi here, or maybe it's full Rayo Chameleon. Nah, in fact, Isagi goes full Onazi, literally taking his reverse trap from just a minute ago to create his own self-assisted mid-air half volley shot. And boy, I won't front, when I saw him tap the ball up to set up for that shot, yeah, I creamed a little. Okay, I lied. I creamed a lot, and I didn't even care whether the ball went in or not, simply because for the longest time, as a self-proclaimed Isagi Glazer, I've been asking for just 2 things from Isagi. 1, more dribbling, and by that I mean independent dribbling, and 2, a self-assisted goal from a trap, and my word, was it everything I've ever dreamed of. With this in his arsenal, yeah, good luck to any defender that has to face him right now, cause long gone are the days of the predictable direct shots. We're on to bigger things now. Okay, it's time for number 2. Now, the second thing I wanted to mention briefly is how deadly Isagi and Rin are together. Not only once, but twice they've been able to combine to rip open the Nigerian midfield and back line to devastating effect. Rin's specs and dribbling prowess combined with Isagi's high IQ play, I don't know who's stopping that. And then once they both get into your goal box, bro, it's wraps. Now you gotta make the choice between Charmander or Squirtle. Both are scoring against you no matter who you choose to mark, and they're gonna make sure to make you look as stupid as possible when doing it. Okay, so the third thing we learned from this chapter is that this was Bachira's match for sure. If the man of the match award goes to anyone but him, I swear we riot, cause bro put on an absolute clinic this game, finishing off with not just a goal, but 3 assists to boot, contributing to every single goal in the match. And that's not to mention the countless bodies he managed to drop with his monster dribbling. And bro barely worked up his sweat and still had the highest kill streak on the map, showing once again why he's one of the first Blue Lockers to truly embody Ago's philosophy. philosophy. Now, speaking of Eigo's philosophy, number 4 on the list, Isagi's greed.
How greedy!
Even with the fries in the bag and Eigo calling it wraps, Isagi wanted to spin the block one last time. There was literally only 1 minute left on the clock, but he said he still got one more in him. Dunking on Nigeria one last time, showing them who exactly is their daddy. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. Damn, now I feel bad. Anyways, Isagi said to Kuso, "Look at me, I'm the captain now." After Kuso was singing his praises all game long, and look at what they did to my boy. They posterized him. Man, the power's truly gone to Isagi's head. Listen to what bro says during the goal. Don't win by accident. Make victory inevitable. But don't get trapped by a formula you created before. Bet on all of it. Your thinking, your unknown pleasures, your curiosity in yourself. Keeping the status quo by sticking to plans? Screw that. Living on this battlefield means testing myself over and over again. As he finishes off by saying, "Your soccer isn't enough for me anymore. Jinpachi Eigo." Bro, it's Eigo's face for me. That's a face of concern. Eigo's created a complete monster here. He gave him a little taste of the good stuff, and now bro's gone completely off the rails. Just where do we go from here? It's madness. Number 5, Nigeria are cooked. I mean, when we first got the player designs, I was straight up gassed. Hence why I've got this shit on. And then we saw that Kuso had the skills, Bello had the moves, and Onazi had the hops. But then it all fell apart as they suffered goal after goal after goal after goal, all without reply, whilst glazing Isagi within an inch of his life. Look, Kaneshiro, I get it. You wanted Onazi to be seen as the false savior of Nigeria. But why did you have to do my boy Kuso like that? I'm hurt. And just when we thought Nigeria were about to pull one back, snatched.
Oh my God.
It's just not fair. The boys galvanized to the point that Sadiq and the rest of the crew stopped being extras and started to be real characters with dialogue and contributions and everything, just for them to get absolutely whitewashed.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, my only hope is that this was all a setup to lull Blue Lock and Isagi into a false sense of security and superiority, so that all that can go up in flames come the end of the French match. And speaking of France, the 6th and final thing we learned from Blue Lock chapter 325 is that the next chapter will be called Cola. And if speculations are correct, this could be referring to the France new Gen 11 player who isn't Loki, by the way, as far as we know. And if that's true, then that name closely resembles a certain ultra speedy, ultra techie left winger who currently plays for Paris Saint-Germain and goes by the name of Bradley Barcola. And if that's the case, then Blue Lock are in for a seesaw of a match, and both teams will have to be ultra attacking, and it may just go down to who can outscore who. Bro, I can't wait for that one. Now, if you want to see how we think Blue Lock and France could line up in the next match, go watch our lineup video. And if you think I've missed anything from this chapter, please let us know in the comments below. And remember, we're here every Tuesday, 11 PM UK time for the locker room discussions. So join us live for a chance to express your thoughts on the chapter with your favorite creators. And before you go, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Until I see you again, please take care and God bless.